I think I've told this story before, so forgive me if I have, but this is one of my craziest stories, and it doesn't even have to do with the patient. Disclaimer, first and foremost, I have nothing against prayer. If you pray, I think that's fantastic. However, this situation was weird. I'm at work, on the phone with lab, probably about to tell me that my sample has hemolyzed yet again, when all of a sudden, out of the corner, I hear this agitating voice. Not really, but I hear someone talking, and I'm like, surely they're not talking to me. My head's kind of down, I'm not paying attention, but they talk to me yet again, and I look up, and I realize this woman is looking directly at me, sees me on the phone, not like my cell phone, the work little cord phone, and she's talking to me, and I'm like, oh my God, and I don't know about you, but if you get overwhelmed like me, with the alarms going off, the sounds in the background, someone's talking to me on the phone, and someone's trying to talk to me right here, my brain cannot handle it. So immediately, I'm like, one moment, who are we talking to? Is this person know who I'm talking to? Do they know who I'm talking to? No one knows who I'm talking to, so I put the phone over here, and I say, ma'am, I will be with you in just one moment. I'm on the phone. And she proceeds to ask her question again, which is, can I pray for your patients? I try to look down for her badge. It says visitor on it. I'm expecting this was maybe the chaplain, but no, it's a visitor. I'm like, at lab on the phone, there's a very rude person in front of me that doesn't understand social cues. So just one moment, please. What was that? She says, can I pray for your patients? I say, so my patients are this room and this room, and no, they're not appropriate to be prayed for. I can't have you going in there. She says, okay. I say, okay. So I go back and I start talking to lab when all of a sudden I see her walk directly into my patient's room that I said, you cannot go in. Not only do I now have to say, I'm so sorry, I have to call you back. I'm so sorry, 1 second. Hang up, run over there and say, ma'am. By this point, she's already got into the room and she has placed herself between the bed and the wall of the patient. A few things going on in my head. Who the fuck are you? Number 2, why the fuck are you between the patient's bed and the wall? Number 3, my patient is sleeping. How dare you? She's in there talking full blast, out loud, praying for this patient, hands over patient. What she doesn't know, because it's none of her damn business, is this patient is a very highly aggressive psych patient who has an extensive history of harming people. Oh my God, get the fuck out of the room. So I'm like, yeah, hey, come here, right now. She's like, I'm just praying for him. I said, get your ass out of the room. Ma'am, please come here. Come over here. Thank you. She starts walking to me and is all mad, making me the bad guy. Because she says, I won't let her pray for my patient. I said, the great thing about prayer is you can pray from the door. Okay, stretch your hands through. You can pray from right here. I asked you not to go in my patient's rooms. So please do not go in my patient's rooms to pray for them. I'm looking around to see, can we call security on this lady? Do these people know this person? But you know what? I'm also preoccupied, okay? Because lab, I did have to redraw that sample. So I'm going back to my other patient's room who is intubated, sedated, not aware of what's going on. I'm in there drawing labs. She comes into the room. I said, hi, ma'am, me again. She's like, you again. I said, so here's the deal. This patient as well, she said, they don't want to be prayed for. How would you know? Exactly. How would we know when they're sedated? They might not want prayer. They might not consent to your religion. So I'm going to ask you again, get the fuck out of my patient's room. She doesn't like me, I don't like her. But Miss Ma'am goes to the end of the door and prays from outside the door, okay, while rolling her eyes and glaring at me. Who the fuck are you? As she's making her rounds to the other patients to pray for, I asked the guy next to me, who is that? He said, oh yeah, that's so-and-so. She's our prayer warrior volunteer. Okay. The thing is, you're about to have to be a warrior in my first patient's room, okay? Had he woken up and seen you, no clue what could have happened. Absolutely no clue. Who approved this? How come everyone's acting like this is normal behavior? Because it's not. That's weird. That's the first and only hospital I've ever seen that happen at, and no one seemed to care. Yes, she probably should have been escorted out by security. I agree.